Alright, we are back with the second semifinals of Platinum Hyper Cup number 8. As both players said, good luck, have fun, so there you go guys, you can already see who they are. No, I'm just kidding. We have, two Platinum Heroes players, by the way. So these are two of my favorites in recent times. Obviously, I've known one of them a bit earlier, and there's the other one also earlier, but compared to the other ones a bit later. In the bottom right side, we're gonna see our blue Protoss with the Ehon Nexus, none other than the German for Jumy. And his opponent representing the Terran race. And as far as I know, Russia, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not getting this wrong. Red Terran, who I actually casted a long time, long before I even joined Platinum Heroes. This is Nicoract. And obviously, my casting experience with them came from back in my CSO Esports days, as I was casting a lot of CSO Cups. And these two, I think they faced off against each other quite often, so they know each other quite well. They both had like deep runs in those tournaments, so basically they know what they're doing against each other. They kind of are able to read these two, what the other one will do, just by, you know, a couple of things. I'm not sure who they practice with for this matchup, but this is one of those matchups that was always gimmicky, and a lot of the times it's always just basically, you know, oh, please don't bug. Okay, there we go. again Blizzard, small indie company. Happened in the previous series as well. But anyways, this is one of the matchups that has been gimmicky for quite some time. With the Widow Mine drops, then the Widow Mines got nerfed, then you had the two base pushes for the Terran, and of course Protoss just trying to hold on 3 bases, going for shield battery overcharge, playing splash damage, because you cannot survive without splash damage. It's not like in PvZ, where you can actually get away with not having splash damage in the early game. Now we have a Robo. Is that... oh, that's Twilight into Robo. So, wait a moment. So we don't have... oh, okay. There we go. First I thought it's gonna be a Dark Shrine, because of that Robo, but it's gonna be Charge. And this is... ooh, I think I know what this is. So, as I said, again, a bit of the gimmicky part of PvT, Protoss versus Terran, it is that certain maps are great for a certain strategy, right? So you want to kind of abuse that. So for example, 4 gateways and the blink upgrade is great on Oceanborn. But what Jumy does is he just basically manages to just switch it up every now and then, and he doesn't play the same thing when it comes to Oceanborn. And I think I have an idea what this is with this charge thing, and it's going to move across the map with a prism, so it's gonna be a bit tough on the defensive, to be honest, but battery overcharge should be ready. I don't know if there's any energy on these Nexi. Nope, there's no energy on the Nexus, and the battery will go down, and this is looking quite ugly here for Jumy. Jumy's going to weather the storm right now. At least it looks like it. Now, across the map, there are a couple of charge lots, I'm pretty sure. There's the warp in, and now a lot of these. Yeah, I think this is exactly what he played. I'm trying to remember against who. I want to say it was exactly Han Mono that he played it against, and it was probably in a clan war or something like that. But then again, I'm not 100% sure. It's gonna be a recall onto that prism. And there's 3 charge lots here that are going to be suited very nicely for the defense. Liberator moves across the map. Is this going to siege up? I mean, this is quite interesting. Now, obviously, since you know that there's no blink, it's going to be really difficult to defend this, especially if it's in a certain position where you cannot basically reach it, or it's really difficult to reach it, and you cannot just, you know, blink all your stalkers at once and just receive like 1 stack of damage or something like that. Now, we've seen Temple Archives finishing, and we also have a forge coming up, as well as a bunch of gateways. How many gateways is that going to be? It should be 3 gateways so far. Interesting, it's only 2 gateways, and we're gonna have 4 more, so 7 gate, potentially it should be 5, right? Yeah, there we go. There's the 5th gateway from this this cluster. And we are entering Arthos' pylon territory. For those who don't know, Arthos is one of the famous casters, one of the Tastos' duo, and Arthos was playing in the early stages of the game, and he actually, I believe, Idra was the one who coined the term Arthos' pylon. But the fact of the matter is, basically Arthos had probably like 5, maybe even 6 buildings on the same pylon, powered by the same pylon, just like we see it over here. So you can see 5 buildings powered by only a single pylon, and basically that's pretty much it. And if that pylon goes down, which happened to Arthos as well, I believe against Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken, very old video, 2011, 2012, I'm not sure, something along those lines. And yeah, he was forced to tap out as he had nothing to warp in from or produce from, so he had no units. Basically, he just lost the game because the pylons that were powering the buildings basically got taken down, and every building got destroyed. Now Jumy, ooh, nice force field here. I think I've seen this scenario, exactly this scenario. Oh my god, absolutely amazing. Jumy is just so used to playing this so well on Oceanborn, and honestly, just going up a ramp as a Terran player is really scary. Okay, Templars are in the prism. Let's see the storms. Oh, beautiful storms, just cutting a couple of those Marines, but that's not looking as it was enough. Immortals are great, but they don't do enough damage to Marines, I would say. So Marines in decent numbers are a perfect counter to Immortals. Battery Overcharge will actually help out quite a lot. Immortals will do something really nicely. It is going to be taking down tanks. That is what their job is. Oh, the Archon will be sniped instantly, but the 2 Immortals stand firmly. Oh, one of them actually goes down. We've seen a couple of feedbacks here on the side of Jumy onto those medevacs. Let's see if this is going to be enough. One of those Immortals is going to go down, and now the Zealots try to tank for this. Another 4 Zealots from the other 4 gateways, and now it's going to try and just repel this attack. And honestly, it's a 2-base Nicoract all in versus a 3-base Jumy. Is this going to be enough, or will Jumy have to tap out? It looks like the latter one is going to happen, because Jumy is not equipped to deal with these Liberators, and the Liberators can just force the Protoss into the choke point. And there's not enough Stalkers. Stalkers don't do good against Liberators, and Liberators will just mow down basically anything that doesn't shoot up. And of course, Marauders will deal with Stalkers, Marines will deal with everything else. And there we go. It's going to take game number 1. Nicoract with a swift 2-base attack over here. Takes Oceanborn, claims Oceanborn as his territory. We're going to move on to game number 2. And game number 2 will be played on, you guys know it by the looks of it, if you're familiar with this map or my content in general. It is going to be, and shout out to Ace, as always, for the pronunciation, Alcione, or Alcyone for the less familiar people. And spawning at the bottom left side, we have our Protoss player who has his back against the wall. His semifinals chances are slipping away if he manages to let his opponent slipped through with another 2-base play, but we'll see if he comes up with something else. This is for Jumy. And in the top right side, we are looking at the Terran that busted the Protoss with a old school 2-base. We've been telling the story in the early game that 2-base is kind of one of the gimmicks that were so annoying. Let's see if it does it again, or if it's going to be something else, a more macro-oriented play. This is Nicoract. Poor gamer is like, I'm turning the camera, I'm turning the camera. Okay, another round. He keeps talking. He's still talking. When is this ending? When will he end? Also, imagine when, you know, I'm getting the thoughts in my head and the thoughts say that these were the thoughts. Now make sense out of that. If you can, you can't. Impossible challenge. But yeah, by the looks of it, it's going to be something more. Well, I guess it's still standard stuff on both sides. We'll see. We'll see what we're going to get after the early game. Usually, if it's not multiple buildings of the same for the Terran player, or the buildings are not placed on the other side of the map, which is called proxying, obviously in close proximity to your opponent, then, which is probably going to happen right now as we see it from Fort Jumy. In that case, the Protoss is going to kind of dictate the tempo with the tech choice that they get. We have a proxy pylon over here that will potentially serve as a warp-in position. And this is a 2-base play, so it is not going to be anything too fancy. Now the Twilight Council could be something spicy, honestly. It could be a Dark Shrine, because I don't see an upgrade coming up. And maybe he's waiting for the minerals. Let's see. Oh, there's a gateway. So for now, oh, there we go. Proxy Dark Shrine, ladies and gentlemen. We are going into uncharted territory for today. As we've seen Dark Templars, but not early Dark Templar rushes. And it's important to see if it's going to be a Raven opener or not. If it's a Raven opener, Jumy is in for a really tough road. Let's see. Uh-oh, I think it's going to be that exact same thing. Yeah, it is going to be most likely a Raven opener. There's still chance for a Banshee opener because people like Clem actually made it somewhat popular. But in this case, I believe we're gonna say that it's a Liberator. Sorry, not Liberator, a Raven opener. Never mind. Just as I said it, I looked up at the production tab. Is Jumy? Is this Jumy's lucky day right now? Imagine getting away with murder. That's basically what we're seeing here unfold. Now it's not a surefire, a surefire thing that this is going to be like a Protoss or anything. Oh, and this is smart. Jumy sending in the first one. Uh-oh, the boys are pulled. The boys are pulled. The boys are pulled. What is happening here? This is interesting because now everything has to come back. Oh, and this is so smart. There's one more scan here. Oh, he's going to try and take this Dark Templar away from the scan. Now the Raven is on the way, and this is going to be super important. And now Jumy decides to go for a couple of Marines. One more DT will warp in. Let's see. Okay, a couple of these stalkers are moving across the map and just trying to catch the Cyclone. Oh, there's a snipe onto that Cyclone. So Jumy knows that there's going to be a Raven. 100% there's going to be a Raven after this. This is what the Terrans do. And as I said, these two players know each other quite well. So the Dark Templar play, especially because this is going to be netting him minus 150, 150 plus the pylon plus the gateway sooner or later. And I don't think Nicoract is going to let it go. and just move across the map. I think he's going to move over there and just, you know, snipe those buildings, or at least unpower them, which is already a good stuff. But the problem with just unpowering them is that you can always just warp in Templars still, because you also already have the tech path unlocked. So unless you lose the building itself, it doesn't matter if it's powered or not. You're gonna have the tech path unlocked as long as you have the building on the map somewhere. Now, we've seen this same scenario unfold. I guess Jumy has come in clutch with this play, because although there was no serious economic damage, which you want to do with the DTs, there was that extra time that got bought basically for Jumy, and now he can probably muster up a army that can do something about this turn. It's important to mention that the third command center is on the way, a bit later than you would see it in something like PvC, so I have a feeling that this was not planned. Nicoract is somewhat of an expert at 2-base all-ins, as he did it a couple of times against a fair share of Protosses. And now that splash damage comes into play that I've been talking about. Potential Colossus. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Disruptors either, because Jumy is comfortable with Disruptors. You might ask which player is the favorite in this situation, and I would have to say yes. That's exactly what you're gonna get from me, because these two players are so close in both MMR and results against each other, as far as I know, at least from what I casted, that I cannot actually just point out a clear favorite. Oh my god, my cat is I don't know, massacring the litter box, so I don't want to use another word for it, but he's making a lot of noise, so I apologize if that is audible. Sorry. In the meantime, we have a Prism just parking outside of the natural of Nicoract, and this time around it's a very, very close game. Doesn't seem like it's that close, but that army will actually not be that great against Colossi. As Gamer already pointed it out, we have extended thermal lance, or as I like to call it, based on Pig's casting, the Viagra upgrade for the Colossi. Basically, you know, you go into a club as a StarCraft player and you're gonna be like, you know, approaching a girl, and you're gonna be like, ooh, you know, are you a Protoss player? Because I can see you extending my thermal lance. And then you're surprised that nobody wants to talk to you for exactly up until you reach like that 70-year-old state. So yeah, sad, but probably a true story, because I'm pretty sure when I was watching Winter do the Bronze 2 Masters, I believe, with random, and oh sorry, I have to mention the low APM challenge. He mentioned this this line, you know. So that's my excuse, but that's my reasoning. I don't have an excuse, I guess. In the meantime, Raven is gonna go and try to harass. Jumy is occupying the bottom side of the map, but yeah, probably there was a story about someone who did this, so I'm pretty sure somebody just used this joke somewhere. In the meantime, you can see that these Colossi are just mowing down as soon as they get in range. So not only their lasers get red, full of blood, you know, bloody lasers. Do as you will with that information. But they also get like a huge range upgrade. So that is, it's really like, look at that. They're basically firing from the middle of this portion, all the way up on top of the ramp. So probably from here they can almost reach the edge of the ramp, or the top of the ramp rather, and just cover the whole ramp. So yeah, Nicoract is cranking out Vikings, as you don't really deal with 4 Colossi and Disruptors as well without any Viking support. Okay, 1 Colossus will fall. Oh, let's see. Oh, the Disruptor Nova is actually going to cut the Zealots there. And now Blinks on the side, but everything is just falling apart for Jumy. The last Colossus will fall. There's a single Disruptor here, and the Dark Shrine is being remade, as 2-2 was not done, and I'm not sure if Jumy wanted to actually attack this, because, you know, maybe he thought that 2-2 might finish for Nicoract, but that was not the case. Obviously, it's a lot more difficult to actually judge it based on what they see and what we see. Because now if I show you, this is Jumy's vision right now. That's all that he saw on the base, and this is what Nicoract saw. This is the last time when they scouted that area. So that's pretty much it. So basically, it's really difficult to judge when to attack and how to attack. You know, you kind of have some essential knowledge of timings, but you're also not sure, because there's a lot of factors that can come into play. You know, was it like a super aggro play in the early game, because then the upgrades might get delayed? Is he rushing upgrades? Is he greedy? Does he get 1-1 and then 2-2 instantly? Because we can see that +2 infantry weapons is just now on the way. Nicoract is out of minerals. He needs to expand somehow, but it's really difficult for him to actually do something. The command center is moving down towards that 4th base, but Jumy is already mining on those bases on the bottom side, and now actually he's going to push through. One more Disruptor Shark will clean up a Viking or 2. Not that bad. In the meantime, we have a couple of Zealots coming in. It's going to send them into the mineral line, but I'm not sure what the plan was here, as Jumy was just sort of giving those Zealots away. But he's close to maxing out. Oh, beautiful snipe before the Liberators siege up, and now the Protoss can actually just, you know, kite back with those Disruptor shots. So that's what you want to do. You want to stagger those Purification Novas, and then you try to snipe stuff, move back, Purification Nova, snipe stuff, move back, Purification Nova, you know, and rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And when you have enough, you just push and just try to take these down. And you can see as he starts retreating, he fires that Purification Nova. When he feels like the Terran might pull the trigger and just, you know, stim forward rather than backwards, then he just tries to basically push the Terran back, group up again, you regen some shields, all that stuff. Ghosts are on the way, and we probably are going to go up to +2 air weapons for the Terran, because +2 Liberators. Actually, 2-shot stalkers. Oh, the Disruptors! Oh no! Everything just goes down, and the instant recall from 4 Jumy. Problem is, oh, that's a lot of Disruptors! No, Jumy, no, that's not what you want. Try to fire a Disruption Nova, please. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, Jumy might have thrown the game here. Oh, that was painful. Now you might say, Mauzy, the supplies don't lie. Trust me, when you lost 7 Disruptors, 7, you know, that's painful. Oh my god, that was so painful. I still cannot even recover from it. Oh, don't blow up your army, Jumy. I'm saying this as if he could hear me. Obviously that's not the case. We already have 6 Disruptors, because there was 3, and then we have 3 at a time being produced, as there's 3 Robos, or maybe he has like a certain count of Disruptors. I mean, at this point it's like, you know, supply cap limited it. I'm pretty sure Jumy would go Disruptor only or something, because it seems like he is quite a fan of Disruptors. Oh, nice EMP to soften up those Zealots. Not even a single chance here. Blinks forward, that's an ambitious blink with a couple of goals there. There's still EMPs left. Let's see. Purification Nova will cut the Terran army in half. Oh, and now if you quarter the Terran army, it's going to be really, really difficult. Oh, that's going to hit. Beautiful stuff here from 4 Jumy. This is why you are not really trying to play disruptors if you don't know what to do with them. It kinda forces your opponent to do mistakes, or forces you to force out some mistakes, if that makes any sense. It's kind of a coin flip. You can also blow up your own army, and we could see that they get caught, they get caught. That's pretty much it. No way back. Oh, there we go. One more disruptor gets sniped by Nicoract. In the meantime, is going to blink forward again, but Nicoract is super solid over here. Just moves back. Obviously, if the Terran is really, really good at splitting the army, then it's going to be able to actually, you know, lose only a couple of units. You can also click on the disruptor ball and just, you know, guide it onto a unit. But then again, it's like really difficult to actually do it, and do it consistently and properly in the midst of the fight. In the meantime, the Terran can just stim onto your disruptor that is currently firing, because that one cannot move. Okay, he's going to have a Zealot run by in his middle line. Nicoract will have to deal with that. 11 SCVs, 12 SCVs have fallen already, but the reinforcements are going to catch that run by hit squad. Oh, never mind. The voices in my head already say that those were not reinforcements. Well, those are reinforcements in my eyes, okay? Those are reinforcements. Where did they come from? I don't care. They reinforced that position. Ah, checkmate voices in my head, aka Gamer House. If I post this on YouTube, everybody's going to basically call me a psychopath or something. I don't know. Oh, beautiful split. Beautiful split. Okay, it's going to... Oh, the disruptors are going down. And there's the GG. 4 Jumy finally manages to blow up Nicoract and take us to a game number 3. And the second game will be played on Amphion out of all maps. This is one of the maps that I personally don't like. Apparently, it's, as a Zerg, it should be one of my favorite maps, but this is not any game that involves a Zerg right now. In the bottom left side, we're gonna have Mr. 4 Jumy forcing a game number 3 as our blue Protoss, and his opponent, the red Terran and Nicoract. Both players playing for Team Platinum Heroes. Jumy representing Germany, and Nicoract representing Russia. And we're gonna have a proxy barracks. This is nothing too committed. Oh, is Jumy going to scout it? Oh no, Jumy is going to scout it in just the nick of time. Okay, it's going to start attacking this SCV. Beautiful stuff here. It's going to be able to do stuff to ensure that this barracks doesn't finish. Never mind. The RNG was on Nicoract's side. Now that means this is going to be really, really painful, because that Reaper is going to be here in no time. Now the downside is that there's not going to be... Oh, never mind. This is really just, you know, ambitious. Quite ambitious on the side of Nicoract. Oh yeah, I have to say that the voices left my head. So, important to say. I cannot scream Randy Orton's theme song anymore. I hear voices in my head. This gamer had to go. Huge shout out to Gamer House. Huge thank you for helping me out with the observing. Oh, the probes are being pulled. The lost mining time is actually amazing. And finally, the Adept is going to be able to one-shot that Reaper due to the probes actually dropping the HP low. Thank you, Aihatsu, for the follow. Welcome, welcome. If I'm not mistaken, we might play for the same team, or might be part of the same team, as I'm barely considered a player. Actually, who am I kidding? I'm a player again. from starting from today. So yeah, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, and hello. Hope you're having a great time. Thank you for tuning in. We still have this and the grand finals. All right, we're gonna have a starport. Ooh, the barracks is... oh, never mind, it's this barracks. I was like, where in God's name is that barracks? 2 more Reapers have been produced here, and they are actually just going down left, right, and center. Oh yeah, I'm kind of a troll sometimes. I like to be very sarcastic if I can. It's one of my... so to say, I want to say it's almost a love language, if not just a general language. It's like I'm serious with people who I don't know, and I'm serious who I consider friendly, and I consider my teammates friendly. Famous last words as well. But yeah, jokes aside, it is actually cool to see, even now, like you see new faces join the stream, you know, who are part of the team. I'm not that active in the chat, but I'm trying to pay attention to who's in there. Okay, never mind. That's a GG. There's nothing to deal with this. For Jumy with the single Oracle. I couldn't even talk about the Oracle or the Stargate opener for that matter. Well, it is what it is. That's a disappointment on the side of Nicoract. Sadly, he's gonna have to tap out. He has nothing to do anything against that Oracle. There was no cyclones, I believe. Yeah, only a Liberator, and the Liberator is far away, and it would do nothing against it. Anyways, that is gonna be our second semifinals. For Jumy will clutch his ticket into the grand finals of Platinum Hyper Cup number 8.